This project offers an urgently needed examination of ethnicity in the context of early years workforce across England maintained nursery schools. It has the real potential to highlight the value of ethnic representation across the early years workforce and to draw attention to racial inequalities in the workforce, which ultimately affect not only those working in the sector, but the children and families served by early years education.
Yet we simply don't have enough information on the ethnicity statistics of the earliest profession. The quantitative data is really important in this sense, as it will enable us to understand how ethnicity intersects with qualification levels, job roles, as well as leadership development and progression across the sector. This project, therefore, has the potential to highlight the value of ethnic representation across the workforce, as well as draw attention to any racial inequalities that may be present.
It would be a really good opportunity to find out how well is the sector doing in terms of representing the wider population, the population that our children come from. Do we see that reflected in the workforce? Do we see that reflected at all levels in the workforce, including in management and leadership?
The impact that this could have would be about the futures of children. All children, when we're thinking about taking a holistic approach, we're not just thinking about how this is going to impact children who are racially minoritized. We're also looking at how it's going to shape the lives of children who are racially identifying as white, because we're thinking about how we're making society more cohesive, how we're thinking about a collaborative approach to race equality, to equity in society. Thinking about how we're drawing on some of those intersections which impact the life chances of children. We have to look at all of those things.
It could lead to a significant policy shift in which the Department of Education begins to collect data around ethnicity. This could hopefully lead to broader conversations around issues of racism among the profession.
But we need robust quantitative data that make up for the lack of that data gathering on the part of the Department for Education. Through a census of maintained nursery settings, the project will shed light on how ethnicity of those working in maintained nursery settings reflect or not children and families in local communities, and also how ethnicity intersect with qualification levels, job roles, and leadership level.
I think this project is so important if we're thinking about contemporary data collection with regards to race, equity, inclusion, diversity, all of these buzzwords, but really digging deeper into what's happening in the early years. And as much as we're gathering data from the maintained nursery sector, we look at how this impacts other areas of the early years in terms of private, voluntary and independent as well, and just really capturing those experiences of those children who are racially minoritized.